is that makes this machine function. And I think back to last split, it was on this champion that he was able to save a lot of games for his team. Of course, this is G2's first game of the split, and here are the faces to the players. Yeah. Of course, we've cast them for quite a while now. A couple of new faces to the roster that joined in this year is Carlson in quite a lot of danger.
Yeah, Scumon's on the chaser. Carlson trying to get away, but Hans Summer with the ghost. That's first blood!
That's first blood to a Jinx! To LeBron, blocking the Braum passive, but Hans Summer wasn't the target there, which allowed him to freely trade back onto Flackhead. You can see they're about to hit that level 2 mark. They're going to threaten an all-in.
Oh, LeBron goes in immediately as they look for the engage on Flackhead. No real escape here for the Yanama. He'll flash, but Hans Summer still has his. Sten flashes as well, looking for the final order on Hans, but Sejuani game where he did the second most damage on the team on Sejuani was one of the reasons Heretics were able to fight against Fnatic. Here, Scumon just messing up that tempo, just getting in the mind, getting in the face, using the pressure he has in the mid lane from Caps to push in here and force Sheo and Camilo away.
Hex Flash
away. Hex Flash going in. Flame Chomper's down as well as Broken Blade's down to 300 HP. Knocked into the wall. It's a solo bolo! It's Carlson! Just 1v1 in BB!
Okay. Carlson, being accelerated, likely will be able to work towards that atomization that has a way of dealing with Carlson.
It's the I will dominate.
The sequence in the map movements has given G2 a big opportunity to build a lead. Ultimate's going to be used by Camilo. Not so much effect, I feel. That was an extra tower shot, though.
Broken Blade's going to hit the Decimating Smash here. Should have the shield in a second as well. Camilo tanking up all those minions. Can't really do much to actually...
For plates are usually what you can take into consideration. The problem with moving Flacken into the mid lane is it is harder for you to get priority on that lane.
I mean, this is the problem. Carlson's just going to go in. There's the all-out follow-up. Hans Summer's already burnt the flash, doesn't have the ghost. The TP coming in to try and help him out, but he might be dead before his help arrives. LeBron now. No way for him to deal with the Kazante. Carlson getting that earlier one when G2 swapped to top means they don't have to be too worried about too many dragons. Sten dead, knocked back with a flash forward out of the Brob. He's going to try and flash away, but he's slammed into the wall and he's just dead. An overstep to say the least from Sten.
Did not respect the engage possibilities from G2. And he ends up losing his life, giving a third.
With this Jinx, it's only Carlson really at the moment who can do it. And there's enough protection for G2 to keep that Jinx alive.
Caps gonna get a bit of damage down onto Sheo.
Decimating Smash coming out across the wall from Broken Blade's not gonna connect. Cyclone out of Sheo, and again, a Heretics player just overstepping. Tibbers brought to the party just to make sure that Caps doesn't die. He does not, and he picks up his first of summer.
Sheo
gold ahead at 15 minutes.
I mean, I think it's also just worth reminding some of the individual mistakes that we have still seen from them this game, right? And the fact that Broken Blade die in the 1v1, Hans gets caught out in the top lane as well. And these are the things that we're still keeping our eyes on. Sten finds himself caught once more.
Yeah, once again, just overstepping. Flame Chomper's behind him, stunned up with a trample slammed into the wall, and Sten dies again. And you're just looking to try and scale towards your second item.
Exactly that. Heretics are looking for a good fight. The problem is they're being suffocated on the map as Scumon and Lebrov continue to move to their side of the jungle.
He can't dash away because of the steadfast presence. He puts the Emperor's Divide down, but Caps is running past the tower, decides against it with the TP coming in. The trample being used as well by Lebrov. Doesn't get the stun. Stend misses the Glacial Fissure, but Sheo uses the Hex Gates to slide his way in, and Camilo in the end is getting paid.
Kazante still in the position that he's in. I feel like Heretics have options as long as they stop getting caught out and they stop conceding pretty much everything on the map. They need to find these cross maps where they can.
They're about to be in a 2v5 in this top side. Scumon looking for the damage onto Sheo. Lebrov coming in as well. Pops the trample early, trying to get that stun. Cyclone out from Sheo will keep him alive for now, but the chase continues. Lebrov lands the knocker, and Broken Blade brings down the axe. Carlson under his tier 2 has Sten to defend, and he will manage to escape.
Another tower gonna go in favor of G2. This time they brought cavalry while making this play happen on the top side of the map. And Heretics, they're doing the right thing. They're trying to cross map on the bot side, but with the Herald, they're just not going to be able to contest fast enough. G2 looking to knock down their second tower in the top lane. And that gold lead just continues to grow. Doesn't have ulti, making this fight much harder to pull off. Camilo is in the area.
G2 Hexgate behind from Lebrov, has the Blast Cone too. Could Hex flash across this wall, looks for the chase, the Tibbers down onto Stend. Flashes away from the headbutt pulverized combination. Drake goes into the pockets.
Back, like this whole game has largely been determined by picks.
Yeah.
There was the pick from Hans Sama onto Carlsen at level 1. Then there was a misplay from Flacken and Sten in the 2 versus 2.
Oh. That's really nice from Cap. So he procs the stun. Tibbers will be on the chase. Doesn't quite have the damage. The super mega death.
As well, mid being pushed in, top being pushed in. Question is that they spread themselves too thin. Heretics trying to find a way into the objective.
Broken Blade doesn't have ultimate. Keeper's Verdict coming out, hits onto the Wukong, and now Sten is in for a world of hurt once again. Locked up in the jungle, tries to escape. Another order will be enough. Skumon flashes forward, and the zap doesn't even need to connect. Skumon now slid back into the face of Sheo. Carlsen looking for the flank as well. There's the shutdown for Sheo. Carlsen going in, and Summer flashing out. Heretics will take their kill, but they lost a man and they die first. G2 will start up the Drake. They're not really forcing to defend around their mid lane tier 1. Heretics now stepping forward. Glacial Fisher, Caps gets the stun before the Cyclone comes out. Drake over to G2. The engage continues and Hans Summer's untouched. Unbreakable, Sten is no longer. Hans Summer left to deal with Carlsen, but Caps flashes in and Tibbers finds his man. Carlsen knocked back. G2 defend their AD carry. It's a double for the Jinx, and BB and Caps are not done yet. A Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto the Azir. Sheo should get out with the Blast Cone, but Caps might cut him off. Tibbers there to try and give vision. Caps no flash, but does have the stun. Flash forward, Cyclone. Caps will die to the tower, but Sheo will follow suit to the axe of Broken Blade.
A nice counterplay from Sheo, but it was a last-ditch effort as the rest of Heretics fall. G2 make the front-to-back happen. They win the team fight. They're looking to secure another tower. They get themselves the Drake. And this game is all but said and done, as G2 just seem to be in full control 25 minutes in.
Sante's going to get in. It's a dash pathmaker. If Camilu's going to get in, he has to dash too. Broken Blade just tanking up Heretics. At 3 items, Labrov going in for the engage. There's a knockup onto Carlsen. Flame Chomper's not quite perfectly placed. Sten has to flash the wall on Summer. Alonso will get the knockup onto him. Super Mega Death Rocket follows up, and Hans Summer with a zap threats the Needle. Blackhead putting out some DPS himself as Carlsen's forced back towards the Razor Beak camp. G2 will settle for that, playing a 4v5, getting a kill and getting a tier 2 on bot side.
Now the classic split push Annie coming through from Caps on the other side of the rift as the Baron is going to be started off. G2 is looking to put pressure across all sides of the map on the Heretics. Skumon is getting a little bit low.
You've got the Buckler on the Poppy, so he should be able to just shield himself up. TP in from Caps. He wants to join the fight around the big purple worm.
Okay,
Sheo can still look for the steal here.
But the Poppy ult, remember the Poppy ult.
Look at where Labrov is trying to be a nuisance. Gets the knockback, but it's only onto the decoy and onto Camilu. Still, because Labrov is there, Sheo can't get into the pit before it's secured. Skumon dashing in, flashing in, looking for the kill, and Sheo will fall. The Cyclone, a breath of air at most, not tempestuous at all, as G2 find 2 Flackets down. Sten and Camilu forced away. Carlsen retreating to his base, now stops his recall to join up with the fight, but it's too little, it's too late. Camilu and Carlsen full HP, and immediately G2 turns their attentions across towards the Cassante. Decimating Smash will be blocked, but the Steadfast Presence blocks the dash again. G2 16-5 up, 10k ahead, and we wondered whether the G2 vacation memes would continue. It seems the dreams of Heretics have been turned into nightmares. G2, in dominant fashion, will take the win.
An impressive performance, specifically from Skumon on Labrov in the early game. The way that they put Sheo behind and they built up and executed in the mid game was fantastic to see. G2 with a strong showing overall here in game 1 of this series.
Not much Heretics can do to defend G2. Not yet focusing the Nexus, but as soon as they do, they will wrap it up. Tibbers comes to make it 6v3. As even on the fountain, you are not safe. G2 1-0 up, a 14,000 gold lead at 28.5 minutes.
I mean, obviously, all eyes are going to be on Hans Summer in this game, but it's really worth looking back at how much pressure Skumon and Labrov really put onto the enemy jungle, and the things that they were doing in these team fights. Honestly, just a super impressive performance from Skumon this game specifically.
It really was. We're going to go to a short break and see if Heretics can bounce back in game 2 right after this.
MF as an example, and then they lock MF. Every time she tries to ult, Labrov can just be like, nope.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I am a little bit surprised he didn't clear through his jungle camps
That is very true.
So, Skumon, though, using that advantage as he sets his sights in the mid lane.
Kamilu here does hit the level 6, trading onto Caps, who's still half a level away. Kamilu trying to flash away. Arcane Storm down onto Caps. The shield will be enough to keep him alive. Skewmon gets the first blood, and G2 are on the board once again.
Nice play from Skewmon, pushing Flacked back to get that push in the top lane, but the Pantheon ultimate, it is available, and it's going to be invested in the top lane.
Starfall onto Flacked, doesn't have cleanse. You can flash, but you can't escape the shield. Skewmon with his second of the game, looking to try and get Pantheon's first win here in the LEC. Week 1 now, trying to set that statistic to rights. Heretics did a good job of stealing away one of those grubs to make sure it's not a full 3-2 G2. Sheo goes in. Rakan on his way across, not yet level 6, but Sheo's just winning the 2v1 right now. Now stunned up, LeBron with the stun can't land it. Heal coming out from Sten to try and pop up Sheo. Does have the flash and can dash out at the back of the pit. Crescent Guard down, he flashes. He was hoping that grub would go down below the 900 mark as LeBron's trading onto Kamilu, and the flash forward from Caps is enough. Bullet time won't take out anyone from G2.
You can see how in high-level League, these small decisions having these cascading effects, right? And we talked a lot about that contest. It means that they can avoid those team fights and build enough a leader. At least when they do force the fights, they have too much of an advantage.
Humon's looking towards the mid lane. No flash on Flacked. The duck is a Quackers. Shockwave brings him back. Flacked with a bullet time. Caps dodges it easily. G2 4-0 now as LeBron and Unsummer continue to trade on Kamilu and Stend. The lane assignments from Heretics, bringing their mid laner down towards this bot side because he's the only one that can really deal with the cape. Stend down to 300 HP, LeBron the same, Tempered Fate. Unsummer's gonna net to put the trap down to catch out the victor. Taken out by G2. That was a really nice combination.
G2 are just punishing Heretics across the map now.
Oh
Stend.
my god, Stend.
LeBron has the kill, does he?
I don't think so. If he had Ignite, he definitely would, but the Gleaming Quill and the heal from Stend enough to keep him topped up.
Secure that top tower. Heretics should be able to trade at the very least one tower back, but the gold lead just continues to extend, and G2 don't really need to force anything. Their next play will likely be the Arcanas. Heretics are now trying to force
Grand Starfall, it's a great bait mate from G2 as they pull Heretics forward with the Shockwave early. Cosmic Bind is going to land as well on Sheo. G2, though, do not have the numbers and don't have the damage quite yet.
But they don't want to fight. Look at mid lane. They've got Jax pushing in that wave. I thought he would. People don't like it because you don't get as much value out of it, right? Because it gives you that bonus AP.
Usually Death Caps are reserved for cuties, though.
Right, obviously. I don't know how to follow that, so let's talk about Kamilu, who's in a lot of danger right now.
It's been caught out. LeBron's going to magical journey away. There's the ace of the whole follow-up. I'm sorry, Betty. It's indie music references. You have to get them out when we can. Broken Blade still trading onto Flacked. The quickness comes out, but he flashes away from it. Mercury Treads doing a lot of work. The blast cone in time for Flacked. Redemption onto Broken Blade will heal him up. And BB was so deep. Pops the emote as he wanders his way away. Heretics just do not have the damage.
G2 is just so far ahead right now. The number of options the Heretics have.
Oh no, Flacked! He didn't know! Broken Blade takes him 7-0 now. G2 will get the Arcane alongside the kill. And yeah, the options have, that well seems well and truly dry.
Certainly does. Yeah. This game feels done and dusted. G2 is just kind of having fun with it now. Carlson looking for a bit of a pick of his own, but I don't think they're going to get much.
Every time I've thought LeBron is about to die, he escapes either on 100 HP or on half HP. Temper Fate, good gravity well there from Kamilu, stops G2 from advancing any further. Next Drake up in 40 seconds. Would only be the second of the game for either of these teams, but for Heretics, maybe it's an opportunity to fight.
The engine that is Sheo has been shut down, and we haven't really felt his impact. He's trying to make his presence known now. Lebrov connects a stun.
Tempered Fate onto Flacked, who doesn't have the flash, and Broken Blade's here. And once again, Broken Blade will take the kill. 3-0 now on the Jax, as you said. One of his best champions this year, only lost twice on it. Skewmon's going to sit in the redemption, heal himself up. Ace in the hole, Crescent Guard will block it. Stend with the quickness down towards the bottom side, needs to battle dance to someone, but his teammates are retreating. Broken Blade keeping Carlson at bay, down towards that mid lane. LeBron's still looking for more. You'd think at half HP, he'd be a little bit tentative around this sort of position, but he's been very happy to stand in the enemy's faces so far this game. Carlson full mana, Broken Blade has none, so no real risk of a counter-strike coming out.
G2 are just bullying Heretics.
I can't remember a perfect game happening this year.
It's a tough one.
They don't happen that often anyway. Flacket does have flash, but Broken Blade saves his for the last possible moment. Flacket flashes away, the barrier comes in as well, but he's whacked by a lamppost. Jax with 4-0 has that Seeker's arm guard in case he's ever in a spot of bother, but so far hasn't been perturbed at all.
0-5 for Flackhead. He has been the target of G2's aggression, along with Camilo. Sheo trying to approach the Baron, Caps and Labrov will not allow it.
Sten is just going to die for that. He flashes away, Redemption coming out, ace in the holes, blocked by Carlson, who saves his support's life. Camilo the next target, and he wants to join his teammate at 0-5. Sheo, Sten and Carlson have not died, nor got a kill, nor got an assist this game. Only Camilo and Flat.
It's a complete one-sided affair. Heretics have been completely invisible in this game.
And credit to G2 for doing that. I think Heretics have made some big mistakes.
Regular season, and to make a statement game like this, I think will fill G2 fans with a lot of confidence. The Dragon should be secured here by Heretics. The Caps TP is going to come through. G2 want to force the fight.
Broken Blade goes in with a counter-strike, lands it onto 2. Skew1 there for the chase. Broken Blade still has that Seekers, remember. Knocked back, knocked up, still healthy enough to continue to go forward. He carries the shockwave onto the back line, and Camilo and Flackhead fall again. Sheo joins them in the death chamber. Carlson flashes to Tempered Fate, and Skew1 and Labrov are on a magical journey to follow him down. The rest of G2 are pushing in their base, only Sten there to defend, and I don't think we can expect him to be able to do so. Broken Blade will chip him away. Carlson actually TPing back to the base means there are 2 defenders here, but their base is under siege and they don't have trebuchets to try and take out the enemy forces.
They're actually going to choose to go back to base.
I do not know the ways of the Bomber as well as you do, Veli, I'm afraid. Sten here looking for a flank position, just trying to find some semblance of a way back into the game. Will land the quickness, will land the knock-up, and there won't be any follow-up damage as Carlson's defending in mid. Tempered Fate's going to hit, and the Shockwave's going to follow suit. Doesn't even need to use it. Instead, they go for Sten, who'll fall. Carlson getting chased out by Broken Blade, who's on the back line once again. Counter-strike forward. Grand Star fall for the follow-up. It's a double for Caps. Not quite a triple as it's stolen by Labrov. Hansama gets the 4th, and Carlson stands and watches as G2 crack through the base, take everything off the map apart from the bot lane inhibitor and inhibitor tower. 17-0 in under 30 minutes. This series, sub 1 hour, and G2 have shown they are not to be discounted.
An impressive performance from G2. The way that they punished those small mistakes from Heretics and snowballed the game effectively. But a 17 kill to 0 scoreline. You don't see that very often. And you can definitely tell that they were relentless with their aggression.
They will also have like a lot of ult timings to try and help out in the bot lane. It can be a bit tricky to go on Sivir, especially with the spell shield and the ult. But all of that is maybe they can find some picks on Aurora or something.
And I've noticed, Caps, as well, we've changed from like Conqueror Azir into Lethal Tempo. Not quite recently, but over the past couple of months. Lot's getting shredded a bit. This is a melee versus range matchup. Ignore that for the time being, as Bot's going to fight it out, and Jude just gets walked over. There's a flash, auto attack, super, ignited, one more auto needed, and Noah gets it! Super walks back in just to receive, and now Outro's in trouble too. Dredgeline almost up and available, minion wave in the way with Lethal Tempo. Getting close, but Noah.
Or he can be going up a bit in prio, or people even trying out the 6, right?
And in best of 3s, a bit more data as well. We come back live as Elyoya is going to face check, and after an MKOI mouth issue from Alvaro, now he's going to help out his jungler. Elyoya flashes down away from the pillar.
Achieve in the early stages of the game, and a lot of that is at the feet of this jungle support.
Does feel nice. Again, we're hyping them up, especially now. Lot, not level 6, but onto Mir when he slowed him down. Natopa strikes and dashing forward. Mirwan's been hit by everything. All it takes is another flip, and he can't escape, getting solo killed in a melee versus range matchup. Lot just needs one hit, pops over the wall. He gets juked, but then just sees Mirwan in front of him. I think
Quite tricky. I don't know if she had her sums up again, but especially if she had no sums, it could have been quite hard for her to lane against like Nord and potential Talia.
All in. Jackie's flashes away. Seismic shot flash from Jojo, but he's still autoing. Onto Jun. Super gets the kill. Either that mid or AD carry getting flood here. The MKOI is great.
Jun trying to match the pressure in mid, but he had no summoner spells, and Isma not really in a position to try and follow up. So I think we're going to get first items coming through, so that's why GiantX looking for a pick potentially on the bottom side. Elyoya will spot this out, and now it's actually GiantX in trouble.
Yeah, there's a Nico on the way as well. Alvaro has an angle, and they're like, how do we get out of this? Pop Blossom only on Isma. It's a flash, it's a tangle barbs, and in flies Elyoya. Cyclone up as well. Isma flashes to the left, but here's Jojo sliding and gliding his way in. Isma walking out. Only a sliver of health as GX looks for the rest of the fight. Super autoing out, but rather GX need to escape for now, and MKOI don't get a kill. They got that nice pinch there, but GX somehow got away.
That is shocking that GiantX got away. TP from Jackie's towards Mirwin.
All he needs is a flip back, and Mirwin trying to kite it out for as long as possible. Seismic shot burnt down Jackie's with a solo kill.
So it's a bit of a messy situation, but it's not going to end just yet. TP now from Lost. GiantX still want to try and contest this. I don't know if they have it, though.
It's like Caps left, and they're like, oh, he's gone. Now we can really play more aggressive. Dragon goes down, but here's a dredge line onto a clone. Matters not. Jun gets nothing.
Flash on towards Alvaro. The opportunities to look for some of these big plays.
Yep.
GiantX going to try and force position by going for the mid lane turret here.
The wave is quite thin as well. Boomerang blade out. The grub's out as well. Alvaro gets poked down, but it's a big commit. In the way is the clone. The ulti from Noah. Pop Blossom. No! Nowhere to go as dredge line, depth charge, everything. Elyoya cannot move. Monkey sent away. It's a good shot, but Jojo doesn't have a team. He has to slide out of there as this was already subjugated. Healed up again. He flashes out because Super now in lethal tempo mode with Mirwin on the burst, but MKOI came in bit by bit and went out in the same way. This is a powerful move that Elyoya needs to try and steal. He's going to go to the back of the pit. He's got a clone. Seismic shove used. Clone pops in the air, but second dragon for GX. That play put their game back in the favor. Waiting for the next dragon to spawn. It has been a rather slower game, Dags, and for a reason that we're just looking towards scaling. His depth charge going to be used. Jojo in trouble. He shoves away, but the Weaver's Wall puts Jackie's in harm's way. Noah ultis into the pit. Pop Blossom again. This time disengages, but look, Isma's there, and he just subjugates Jojo to death. Alvaro no manner to escape and caught out again. 7-1. GiantX put him down.
GiantX are finding. It's also the fact that Noah now has two of his items completed. Match to the other side, but this Kai'Sa going to be significantly stronger in these fights now thanks to that second item spike.
Alvaro has flash available. Pop Blossom not available though. Alvaro does not have an ult to change this play, but maybe they can't get in to begin with. Jojo flipped around, poked out. Jackie's low though. Mirwin comes in to try and burst Atacant at 3k. It's a bit of a leash here. Elyoya trying to zone out as it's getting a little bit haywire. Mirwin dies on the side from Noah, but look, the fight's scattered. Lot tries to go in. Ulti's out. That's only under the mid laner. Atacant goes down to MKOI in the end. Easy leash. And with the Pop Blossom back up and available, Isma's lucky to be alive. Lot flashes into Tofo. He's angry at the steal. In broad daylight, the keys were left in the ignition, and the car is gone. Dredge line out, but GX don't have any range damage. Super's gonna seal the deal. He's got a double, and Isma's on the wrong side of dodge.
Mirwin ran the interference that MKOI needed to sneak in and get the kills. Isma is standing for the briefest of moments before he joins the rest of GiantX in the fountain. Towards the end of the split is what they relied on, and it's paying off dividends once more. GiantX need to find some way to shut this down.
Maybe it starts with a pick onto Jojo, half HP. Fighting around Dragon, the third one for GX. They're keen on it, but Elyoya zones off with the rest of GX. A depth charge onto Alvaro, healed out. Elyoya trying to fake it. Cyclone on the reel, though, and at half or less than. He's caught up in the middle. Double Cyclone, but a wall in the way, and Noah gets the kill. Now for MKOI, Pop Blossom. It won't come through. It would have been a 4-man, but it is nil. Noah gets into backline yet again. Super's left alone. He could do the fight before, but not anymore. Even with a wall out, a good one for MKOI. It's not enough. GX always find a way.
Just in front of Dragon, they barely find the team fight win, but it's magnificent. In a 4 versus 5, they find their moment.
This game topsy-turvy.
It's insane.
At 25 minutes, Mirwin, he's going to walk down the STP. That's going to be burned. But GiantX, 3 members doing it while zone control from these 2.
They need to kind of pull off it at this stage. MKOI going to be happy to fight in the piss.
The wall out. Elyoya looking for the steal. The steal, no! It's taken by a Cassante. taken a lot more like it with the ulti sent out from Elyoya. Pop Blossom in the front of the fight, and now the auto attacks from Super. But GX, while they're low, they need to deal with Super in the back line. The Spanish AD carry isn't the one with a double, but all he needs to do is hit, and Noah stops him in the track. A triple down, make it another. A quadra for Noah on no mana, no health bar, holds onto the flash. He just unleashed.
I was convinced that Giant X were about to lose that fight, but I imagine should have it finished, and that would. There it is. So 2 Zhonya's now completed for Giant X. MKOI, though, already with position on the Dragon and on the objective, will make this a little bit more difficult for Giant X to get in.
Look how much easier it is for them to face check. Jackie's face check, so Dredge line, and gone is the mid laner of MKOI. Jun has to flash away after a Dredge line in. It was ambitious, but still, 5 versus 4. Jojo Jet for 45 seconds. What a pick.
Giant X start to move forward. There is little that can be done in this sort of position to try and keep them at bay. Lots can hold position on this choke point. Elyoya needs to make a miracle steal happen again.
But Noah's in the way. Noah is in the way in this 14 kill. Kaiser keep track. Level 16 will start autoing the Dragon. Dredge line back in. Jun rejoins. Jackie's about to wall with that angle. Elyoya wants a steal to keep the game going, to delay it. Tangle Barb's out as well. Lot looking for a position. There's the Weaver's Wall, lines down the middle. Elyoya, Seismic Shove doesn't connect. Jun looking at an angle to press the depth charge button. He doesn't have it, but won't need it. There's the Infernal Soul. GX get it with ease, and MKOI walk away empty-handed.
Giant X protects their prize incredibly well there, denying MKOI really any sort of access.
It's only game 1. You don't have to be Andrew Fettius Day, but like, there is only one singular best of 3s. Jojo might be caught out here on the side. The ulti not weave, Seismic Shove. Easy as that. Noah is farming champions this game. Jackie's like, no, that's my kill. Noah ulti's into secure number 15.
I mean, there's a reason that Jackie's has 15 assists and Noah has 15 kills. Okay? You know what? It's that beautiful
Super.
synergy.
Oh my god, that Seeker hit hard, and now there's just another fight. The clone's going to die first. You can count that as another as Mirwin tries to disengage, but a depth charge. Here comes Noah once again. 16, count it with me. If Sword of the Occult was in the game, that'd be fully stacked.
The fact that there is no wave.
Well, there you go. Baron's going to go down. A quick reminder, LEC Summer Finals in Madrid. Wouldn't that be big if Giant X could make the run? Very early in the season to say that.
It's also difficult just with the way Giant X are positioned on the map.
Yeah.
Sure, you've got Mirren who can very quickly clear it away and try and join them.
Move his wall. Jojo, ulti. That's not going to do much. He flash gets queued. Jackie's takes the kill. But Noah's damage will send him to kaput. All right, Dagda, the final moments. The minions are going walkabout. They are like, hello, come back. All right, Cyclone's going to be used, and now they've found a new angle. That depth charge used, and every time a W hits, someone gets close to dying. Elyoya, go home. Please step away from Noah. He hits Alvaro anyway, despite the clone, and at half HP. Dredge line in, the pillar out. It stops, it persuades the play, but Giant X at 34 minutes, while it's taken a long time, has started sieging into the base. It's finally broken, with Baron expiring, Elder coming up. That's
Kazi versus Reckless.
Okay. I'm assuming that's by Kazi. Although I would assume Reckless to find that, so that's an interesting stat. Elder's going to begin. Are we going to get a fight over it? Can Noah break the LEC kill record? 3 to go. Elder's going to be started, I think just soloed out, and yes, something taken down by Mirwin, but it might not matter. Seismic Shove out, Elder down, and here we go. Pop Blossom's good, but first execute, 17. Noah needs 2 more to get in line. There are 3 available onto Super. We're waiting. He knows it. Maybe he feels that the poke out. There it is. 18. 1 more. Mirwin gets over the wall. The poke does not connect, and Mirwin's alive for now. Dagda, he has Killer Instinct available. Mirwin, eyes in blood.
If Isma gets the Trundle Pillar, it will count as displacement, and you can look for it, but he may just snipe
He hit it, and Mirwin's going to go invis with the autos.
No!
The burn! The burn! Mirwin dead! It's an ace! He gets 19, he's tied! Elyoya's up in 19, Alvaro in 10. All I care about is the kill record.
I don't think
20,
they care, though.
20, hold GX, hold! Alvaro coming up. They have Elder. Stop hitting the Nexus. Stop hitting the Nexus! Noah cares about the game more. You got to respect that. But he is now tied for the all-time kill record. in the LEC.
And what an impressive way to do so as well. The early kill in the bottom lane, snowballing perfectly for Giant X and taking down our Spring Split champions in game number 1.
Much like Noah's W, it's your shot to win a VIP Summer Finals experience. We're talking about it in-game. That money cannot buy for queuing up for another game with your squad. We're talking tickets, flights, hotels, tours, meets and greets. Every game counts in our latest for the win challenge. Vamos LEC Madrid. Let's go. It's easy to say and it might seem like bias, but it's just with the way they've kind of set up their comp as, I don't know, easy to execute. Dagda, what do you want to hit on that?
I think when it comes to team fight,
though, because range versus melee, he's suffering a bit for now. As that crash comes in, CS is not really an argument. It's good on JoJo's end. It's super. So far, the 2v2 has been in their favor, but he stepped up. He gets flash shattering strike, and he gets rooted. Disrespect from Super as he uses everything to get out, but the follow-up is easy. It happens again. Deja vu. I've been in this place before in this exact same. But JoJo out of the distance range, and he'll just walk out to escape.
Engage in the bottom side.
He does connect. Wait for the root. Alvaro tethered mid-battle dance as well. He grand entrances out of there as Jun is happy to absorb the damage. Super in lethal tempo now. The remount from Jun. Meanwhile, the W going on to Scuttle Crab while JoJo interrupts the charge. Audacious away or flash instead, I thought. Shield bash this game,
Shield bash, was it? Okay.
So I guess that's the only saving grace, but you're right. He got a lot of alone time with the turret, and it's worth mentioning that again, he's mitigated some of the CS lead.
Weird bucket.
Oh, you should see the other stuff. Dracos, get ready. You are next. All right, teleport in. Giant X going to start the fight now. Super, he's just arcane shifted out of there. As Lot joins in, all 5 members in. And MKOI, the same can be said unless JoJo doesn't choose to ulti from afar.
JoJo doesn't need to. He can go for the tower instead. Giant X now have to be the ones to start it up. Jun looking for Super.
Engage, misses onto an Ezreal. That was ambitious. Jun now exhausted out, or rather sent one on to Elyoya, who gets burnt. The charm was good, but Alvaro has lost part of his damage. This is what we're talking about, Dagda. They flash away, and Super's really the main damage source. GX stand tall.
With Elyoya gone, no contest, and you just get dragging. Giant X get away with murder there.
Yeah, Noah just uses Cleanse, uses Feather Storm, and out he flies. How hard again it is.
He's go-to. JoJo's walking back to bot lane, keeping that teleport up.
He's going to miss the wave, though. I mean, that teleport, there's a ward pinged on the back of the pit. First teleport's going to come through from Jackie's. JoJo teleports 2 seconds later. Giant X, the Herald's still not taken.
Wait,
we are
JoJo.
weaving between. He's TP'd in front of everyone again with the Magnus Storm and a root. He won't be able to move. It's good damage as Isma negates it all, but the engage from Alvaro would be great. If they had some AoE, the feathers are out as Elyoya is the one to pierce the heart with a spear. And Mirwin, the point-blank ulti, will get the job done. Giant X, a shockwave finally comes through as Alvaro is the trade-off, but with Lot running out of mana, Elyoya sinks where they stand.
MKOI rally around JoJo in what looked like could have been a huge mistake, but
Elyoya's coming in as well, but on a ward he spotted out topside. Atakan, is that the trade?
But again, look at you got position here and position coming up river as well for JoJo. So again, you're kind of being pinched here by Giant X, and if you get access to nowhere he's separated, you can see already he can go down fast.
Hit big by Super, the range big, and Super might be speaking German. I see a guten Tag when I know one is Jun hit on the walls. Mystic shot again. Mirwin has to get out and doesn't have a flash, but he re-engages, setting up with the decimating smash. The Galley will lay it on top. MKOI's fights are off to the races. Finally, 2-man shield of Durant. MKOI with the winds of war, bring them all, and Noah has to send back before he falls. Teleport back in. This time, it's personal from Jackie's, but his shockwave's not up and available. Herald's down, and MKOI have the river to themselves. Cheeky TP, but it works out in the end for Movistar KOI.
Great read from MKOI. Hitting again those one-item spikes.
It does feel like we're watching, you know, like King Kong versus, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Jurassic Park. You know what I'm talking. We know what I'm talking. Everyone knows it. Godzilla. Why 2 items with a pickaxe versus Navori quick flicker blades from Noah. It begins Dagda. Atakan at 1k, but there's a double smite with the feet. Remember that.
Positioning good here from Giant X. Super trying to see if he can get in onto this wall and have access to the back line, but it's going down slowly.
Alvaro's the only one zone controlling. Decimating Smash not connecting. Mirwin playing his own zone control nowhere. Ults it back. The Galio Hero's entrance is big, but look, the separation. Meanwhile, Mirwin is the full target. GX are just letting Noah unleash, but he can't kill the tank. Running in, Jojo takes the glory, while Super plays the backhand so damn well. He'll shift in, shift out. Giant X have been rooted out.
Giant X couldn't keep their carry safe. MKOI jumped on them from every angle and turned the Atakan in favor of MKOI.
Feels like Movistar Koi finally woke up in the series, and with Atakan getting taken down, especially with A-Man, rather, like this. Super's been great as ulti used onto Jackie's. No time to talk about him. Or is there? Over the wall, Shockwave on himself, and guess who is behind? Landing every Mystic shot. Jackie is flashing away. Dissonance will help him get some space, but yeah, it was a moment to glaze Super as Jackie's gets sent away.
Yeah, he has been playing absolutely fantastically, and this was the guy that really stepped up coming in towards the end of playoffs that helped carry them in a lot of the fights.
Noah, El Yoya is going to force the ulti immediately, but he can't move. As soon as Noah comes down, he does not survive. Hero's entrance onto Jun, and I mean, Jojo has shown us a bit of heroism in this game, I will admit, as Movistar Koi are taking down numbers.
Giant X just haven't been able to keep Noah and Jackie safe in these fights. MKOI consistently finding multiple flank angles, getting the double ultimates in onto those key carries to separate the fight and making things easier for them in a skirmish. MKOI have been playing these fights fantastically and getting great picks as well.
And with this snowball, they've got enough damage to take down Baron, just the two of them. El Yoya and Super, while the rest of MKOI look for the fight afterwards, maybe look for the zone. Shockwave in on a Rakan, that does nothing. And Baron goes down, 7,500 gold.
Dangerous from Jackie's. MKOI were in a position to try and cut Giant X off from that top side. You can see it kind of here, but they end up opting in towards the mid lane turret instead. And they will end up cracking open the base.
All right, base easily done. And both games kind of turn into stomps, like past the 20, 25 minute mark. They've just been runaways. At least this one got a little bit bloodier, but yeah, MKOI haven't really shown any weakness in their 5v5s, in their small skirmishes. Another Nexus turret, or rather Inhibitor turret, going to drop down. Inhibitor's next. I'm sure that Nexus turret won't be a misspeak. That'll be coming shortly. Mirwin zoning them off. His ulti up and available. Now both Inhibitors down. Top wave is coming in as well. Giant X are like, we've got to defend the last turret, but man, where do you defend? It's anarchy. All minions are coming in, and Super's just stepping up. Arcane shifts away. Baron, cannon, minions for the win, literally. One Nexus turret down, one to go. Giant X, they're looking like a bunch of chickens right now. Headless they soon will be. Decimating smash, heroic entrance, a shield of Durant, and the winds of water blow down Jackie's. Giant XD in game 2. There's no point adding another X. There's only one this game. And as we go to game 3, it is nice to see our spring champions have finally risen.
Welcome back, MKOI. My word, that was a performance. Start to finish. Great position in team fights. Great position across the board.
Final game of day 1, right after this.
Probably their thought process.
Okay.
And they can just look for bounce house galore when it comes to their team fights.
Lay it up so that Jojo and Super can smack it down. GX on the other side, we see long range built.
He's going to be delighted to fight off against Lot because you kind of bypass a lot of that early pressure. Whereas when you look across at Jojo, he's got the early tier. He's going to be fine to just match up against the Yone.
No ulti for Jackie's yet. He's getting close to it though. Jojo, he'll get whipped a little bit if this minion goes down, and indeed it does. Jojo hits him, and Jackie's
down because of that shorter lane. When you're in a side lane, it becomes a lot more difficult, I'll say, as Jackie's.
There it is, knocks up, the Q hits, and under turret, Jackie's close. Jojo flashed away. That's a free trade because of the TP top, and Jojo's getting some support. It depends on what Alvaro can do here with a flash and ulti available. Nature's grasp. Isman's probably going to pull the ulti out Alvaro. No, he holds onto it for a bit, and Jojo sits here with flash available. Giant X committing hard. Equalizer down on the cow. You're overcooking him a little bit. Tempered Fate, he flashes into it. As meanwhile, Jojo just stands and delivers. Alvaro now knows.
The ultimate from Jun hitting Jojo Pyun means that he can't complete the ultimate to get them both out to safety, but Or now into the top side to make it fine.
Noah stepped up to this caliber and flush away from Super. Deadly Flourish doesn't connect. Call the Forge God doesn't either. It's a curtain call time. Elyoya sends the ulti, flashes away, gets hit eventually. Super dodges first blood at 13.5 minutes, and we're starting to play the saxophone for what it's worth. So next fight, around Dragon, Super probably won't have that Ghost or Flash available. Herald being started off, GX coming in, Tempered Fate back up and available, Deadly Flourish trying to pull out the Alvaro Alders. Smite's going to be used. Isma gets a bit of a slow here, and Nature's Grass comes out. He has no Smite to steal the Herald, but maybe they want to fight Brambles. Beautiful onto Alvaro with his ulti. Tempered Fate buys time, and Giant X are playing in front to back as a Cosmic Binding from out of this world. Alvaro shoves to get kaput as a Twisted Advance on the back. Noah is hitting fours. Jun runs in, and with a Deadly Flourish, the bot lane playing insane. Jojo, he's hitting big though. He brings the fight back a bit for MKOI, but Giant X are really feeling the blood rush.
Giant X.
They know that GX will not afford to give this away. A play being made on top side by Jun and Jackie's is Alvaro, not the true target. It's onto Jojo again. Jackie's misses a couple of blades though. First getting good from Jojo here, even with a lost chapter. Flash available, forces out of Jackie's as well. Trying to overload this man in the mid lane is Jun. Magical Journey, Tempered Fate dodge. T1 flashes the logo as we get an ulti interrupted. Jackie sends it into Jojo though, trying to hit everything he can, but as he runs away, Jackie has kited through. The minion wave gets in, and Alvaro gets out. Herald dropped mid in the meantime, and Giant X commit to the
Really think Giant X want to contest?
Is it going to be worth it in the long run? Giant X, the gold trade for Soul Point this early on. Nature's Grasp available for Isma. He's looking at an angle. They don't get mid-turret. Call the Forge God to play after the fact. It double hits. Isma slowed down. Searing Charge. Bellows Breath. Bops for a few. Isma one hit away. Double ulti. Set up for the Shuriken from Super. Giant X are too far gone though. They're back.
You've got MKOI realize, hey, we can go for that dragon. So it's kills, a bit of map presence, but Jojo, dog.
Oh, he's hit. He's hit. And Giant X are on his tail. Deadly Flourish equalized. And Jojo's trying to take someone down with him, but he won't. In front of the Atakan spawn, that enables Giant X to start off this beauty straight away.
You can see Elyoya immediately starts to run up towards this top side, but I think it's more to set up a defensive formation so they can take the dragon. Jackie's starting to move into position so he can hold on to this tier 2 tower. How far do MKOI want to push in the mid lane?
Getting Atakan is still a big gold injection. In a turret, as you said, the siege starts, but Jack really enveloped and taking our emotions into a new state. Let's see, caught out Izzy. We're going to find out against the wall, Magical Journey, or rather Cosmic Binding. It's difficult when now Locke comes in as well, and Mirwin to escape this, he's just slowed forever. Nature's Grasp is turning into a big fight, and MKOI walking into it with Elyoya. The disengage ulti gives a shove against the wall into Isma. The range big and coming in for a mid lane ulti himself. Jackie revives the fight, turns in, Elyoya flushes away, and somehow Giant X with numbers mismatched win another damn fight. The disengage meant nothing as MKOI got slaughtered.
Giant X are playing so well around here.
And I should apologize, disingenuous to say that one was mismatched. The TP first from Jackie's. Giant X once again getting first to the trade. Alvaro caught. No ulti up. He didn't even get to flash.
These picks are fantastic from Giant X. This is not easy.
Giant X glacier this team in game 3 against our #1 seed from Spring Out Champions. They've put themselves into a 6k gold lead. It was growing before with the gold plays as Tempered Fate comes in. Nature's Grasp is going to be a little bit slow. Deadly Flourish flushed away from Curtain Call with a range. GX a bit deep under turret, but Jun gets redeemed. Elyoya's ulti on a cooldown, only a short one as MKOI come to defend. But Dragon's up, 3 seconds into the choke. That's a bad decision from Mirwin reflecting in. Alvaro set up with Mirwin's ulti. Again, Searing Charge. The odds calls the Forge. Here's my Bob. Meanwhile, Jackie runs into the fight, but his team is getting wattled down. Super has the right guns for the right job, for the right mission, the right mindset. Jackie's running in, but you can't deal with Super when he gets the space.
Giant X mix up the call. Lot had moved to mid to try and push in and take the tower off the wave. MKOI.
On Infinity Edge, 5 members of GX stacked up with Jun. A little bit low.
Still, MKOI have to be a little careful. Giant get position on towards the Dragon. I was about to say MKOI would love to start up a Baron. Actually, going to hold on to this point.
Remember, he has Ocean Soul. Ulti sent out from super early. Nature's Grass disengaged. Call the Forge God. Jams the ram down Noah's throat. Alvaro set it up, and Elyoya spiked it down. Giant X caught out. Sent to the ground. Jackie's interrupted. Alvaro! That insane cow has caught them all. Isma now against Manwin will get burnt down. A bellows breath to burn the fires of the Forge because MKOI have forged their way to a 2-1.
Alvaro finds the moment to dive on towards Noah and bring MKOI back into this. What a fight from MKOI.
Going to be burned. That's a teleport coming in from an Ornn. Mirwin has joined the fight, gets pressure in topside. Magical Journey taken, joins him, but Fate gets super. Disengaged though. In the back end, they can't get him. Elyoya sends him out with the Keeper's Verdict, and Alvaro now popping the ult early, but with a redemption in with an equalizer down. Call of the damn god! It's good off from Jackie's, but he just can't operate. He runs back in, but Super heals it all back up. And Mirwin, we bow, we pray, we say not today. For MKOI fans, they always find a way.
MKOI played that fight perfectly. Super jumped on. Access denied for Giant X, and the win denied alongside it.
And in what a way our Spring Kings revive in the series, and they make Giant X kneel. I look at Mirwin's on, I look at Elyoya's Poppy, and I say, boys, we know, along with Alvaro, that our tools are impossible to beat. What sensational performances from our champions.
MKOI played that perfectly. The peel, the fights, the pick from Alvaro on towards Noah was that starting point that turned it back in their favor. Incredible stuff.
Just gnarly from MKOI. Rough. Now, I have to tell you one thing, that Alvaro in that third game, you're going to be skewed.